Hello, everybody, and welcome to. And that funky tune. Actually, that kind of, I like that tune. Welcome to Auction Pit. Last trading day of 2014. Again, a pretty good year for our little strategy letter. Pretty good year for stocks in general. Bad year for oil. And here, what's funny is, let's just get to that. Okay, here's my two curious items here going into next year. So if, like, for our strategy letter, for the most part, we're long a little gamma at this point. Not short Vega, okay, in any particular way as we kind of roll in to the next year. Reason being, okay, one is volatility futures continue to catch a bid. I'm going to pull up here. And I guess the easy answer, I guess the question, or the easy question, or the question I have is, why do we continue to see the bid for the vol futures? Okay. And in our pro chat last night, the Jan futures are up 8 cents, 16 and a half. Again, very near to flat vol with 3 weeks to go. Jan future over VIX. Normally that means the market is not, let's just call them not expecting a big drawdown. Right? So future traders essentially are okay with the level of VIX, meaning that they don't think it's going to go a lot higher. Normally, when there's an expectation of higher vol, you're going to see that front month future premium jump a little higher. And right now it's only, it's less than, what is that, 37 cents. It's just not very much with 3 weeks to go. The real simple there. Why is VIX this high? Again, another subject last night, looking at the SPY. Okay, market's up. We're going to close maybe around 2081. Not 2100 like I thought. We couldn't get that last 1%. We got close 2092. But nonetheless, if we hang here through the day, pretty good level. Here's where the vol is coming from. Okay. It's coming from the skew. Note the at the money volatility 1 month out is right around 13, and we have a VIX of 16, 18. It's the out of the money puts that are catching the bid. Okay, if we look out here, here's some at the money stuff trading here on the SPY, but it's the stuff way out here, way down the curve, that is generating our bid. And a nice little index that's easy. A nice little index that's easy to take a look at is the SDEX, one of the more convenient indexes for trying to judge skew. And it prints a little funky right now. It's printing down 29 cents. But if you notice, okay, we're about to make a high in skew similar to what we made in the naughty nastiness of October, when VIX was, when the market was coming unglued. So my next question is why? Okay, why is that premium so high? And normally, to me, that means generally, like, you're thinking a hedged market. There's a lot of put buyers. They don't want to give up their longs. After giving up longs for a couple of years, hasn't worked so good. So instead of giving up their longs, they're just going to buy a lot of out-of-the-money puts and kind of deal with it that way. I think that's what's going on. I don't think there's enough of the Greek influence, although I think that's a piece of uncertainty. It's not a ton. But the volatility right now in the index is coming from the skew, and they're buying up that those out-of-the-money puts. Okay, that's where the vol is coming from. The second piece here is the surprise product of the year. The TLT, what is this? We're yielding around, 2.1%, something like that in the 10-year note. The TLT, more the longer-term bond, again, it's going to close near highs of the year. Okay, when every signal in the world is pointing toward lower interest rates in 2015. So all I'll say is as we close the year, we have very low bond yields, maybe a flight to quality in the U.S. Stock market, 10 points, 0.5% from its all-time high. And we have skew at what I would say is an extremely high, almost panic level, without really any real reason to panic, at least, how you look at the world right now. The only thing that's still very unsettling is how low oil prices will go, since clearly they still haven't found a bottom yet. Okay, and that, I believe, is still a wild card because oil prices drop. A big part of the S&P 500 goes with it in the energy sector, and I think that part of the market wants to find a bottom, and it just has not yet. And those are our trends as we move into 2015, and we'll see how all that shakes out. So for everybody else, I would be wary, a little bit wary. Anything you sell, the best place to sell is things that are way out of the money right now, because that is the most expensive stuff out there. All right, for Option Pit, thank you for dropping in 2014, and we hope to see you in 2015. Adios, everybody.